Hello to my subscribers and visitors. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. We're going to be looking at some banknotes. This is part of a series of banknotes that I will be doing from South Africa. It's the South African Reserve Bank. I've had a video I did some time ago, which I'm going to include the eye up here should you wish to take a look. It was my first Dutch and English South African banknotes. It was the first release 1921. This follows on. This is the next Reserve Bank governor from Mr Clegg, who was the first Reserve Bank governor in South Africa at that time. He ruled the, I won't say ruled, beg your pardon. He was in charge of the Reserve Bank from 1932 to 1945. So obviously he would have been in charge during the war period. We've got a banknote here of 10 shillings. So obviously back then you had a link to sterling. So all the colonial dominions were equal to pound sterling in England. So whether it was £1 in England, £1 in South Africa, £1 in New Zealand, £1 in Australia at that time, they were all equal to the same value, with some minor discrepancies during the gold standard crisis. So we're going to begin with this one here. This is a 10 shilling banknote. Back then, obviously, the banknotes were all dated as per all countries. Obviously, 10 shillings as well. There was a fair amount of 10 shilling pieces, or what would have been equal to a half a sovereign back then. 20 shillings equaled £1. So obviously, they did do half sovereigns in 36. The ruler at that stage was George V. What we have on this banknote is we've got "I promise to pay the bearer on demand at Pretoria," 10 shillings, and what you've also got, you've got English and Afrikaans wording, and obviously the date is here, 30th of November 1936, and you've got the Reserve Bank governor's signature. Now the scarcer banknotes of the series are in the 1930s, so luckily I have one. The more common banknotes were in the 1940s, maybe because they printed more during the war years, which would have been interesting. But anyway, all the same, we've got the serial number here, 230665, and then we've got E28. The initial production run only ran, I think, from E13, so this would have been, the denominations I think were 100,000 per 100,000. So this would have been a 1.8. This would have been 1.8 million. So it's very nice. It's very nicely detailed. I like the old banknotes of South Africa. You saw the previous ship one. We're going to be looking at them. The 10 shilling one was pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy. The watermark is located here. You can just about make out the head here. That would have been young Jan van Riebeck. He was the founder of the Cape Colony back when it was Dutch. Looking at the back, we've got 10 shillings, we've got South African Reserve Bank, Zuid-Afrikaanse Reserve Bank, and 10 shillings. So obviously that would have been the translation from English to Afrikaans. Obviously, whoever had this last obviously folded it. You can see the relative folds there. So don't forget, these banknotes were quite big. People back then, they didn't have the sort of wallets that we do today. So they would have had a smaller wallet, so they would have been folded. But still, it's in very nice condition for a 1936, something that's been out of circulation for a very long time. It's about 80 odd years, 83 years almost. Beautiful banknotes. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, guys, as usual. And we're going to feature something new for the next one. Please enjoy your day. Please hit that subscribe button, like below, and please enjoy the other content. Subscribe button is right here, just in case you missed it. It's here on the left where my finger is. It's all pointing right here. Hit that subscribe button here so you don't miss any content. And then of course, please have a look at the other stuff that I have available. I've got easily over 100 videos for you to have a look through. Excuse me. I've also, my view count has reached over 20,000, which is fantastic. So there are a fair amount of people there viewing the content, so I appreciate you guys for taking your time. But thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video.